Got a good bit to talk about in weather, so let's give you the headlines on this Thursday evening. First off, I have bumped up rain chances a little bit tomorrow, so a few showers for your Friday. The weekend really going to feature the up and down. We'll give you a look at that. And then it looks like a widespread freeze on the way by early next week. We'll check in on the numbers and just how cold it gets coming up in just a moment. Let's first give you a look at tomorrow's rain chances. This is the graph model. We pick it up at daybreak. Some clouds rolling in, but should largely be a dry start to the day. But you'll notice not too long after daybreak, mid-morning hints of a couple of showers. That's 9 a.m. Here we are at noon again with some isolated showers. Then we'll get into the afternoon. You see a few more developing. That's 3 o'clock. Here we are getting into the evening. 6 o'clock, a few showers around. So something to keep in mind if you have some Friday evening, Friday night plans. Can't rule out a couple of showers. It does gradually show most of those diminishing, but even hints at a sprinkler to late Friday night headed into early Saturday. Now for the weekend itself, give me Saturday over Sunday. That's my vote. Saturday, we start out mid-50s. One thing to mention, though, Saturday morning could have some fog, but the afternoon looking pretty good. Mid-70s, some clouds around, just a slight chance of showers. Here's why I picked Saturday, because Sunday, not only do we start out with some showers early, it's going to turn breezy, much cooler. Temperatures in the 50s, may struggle to get out of the 40s in some areas, probably starting to fall during the latter part of the day. That's going to be in the wake of a strong cold front moving through early Sunday, and behind that front here comes the widespread freeze. Now these are numbers from Monday morning from what we call the National Blend of Models. Notes got 29 Baton Rouge, 24 Macomb. We start talking mid-20s. We're talking hard freeze potential, so that is on the board north of the interstates. I'm actually going 28 for Baton Rouge, so we'll keep an eye on it. It does look like a fairly widespread freeze, greater threat of a hard freeze for those of you north of I-10, I-12. Now, as I look at temperatures right now, again, chilly across the upper Midwest, the Great Lakes, right on over to the East Coast. Nothing terribly unusual here. We do have a pretty pronounced northwesterly flow, a trough, but there's going to be a reinforcing shot of cold air. One storm system up across Canada, another offshore. Those two are going to help to carve that trough a bit deeper by the weekend, and that'll allow the cold air to spill farther to the south and some colder air to move on in. All right, our Sky 9 view over downtown tonight showing that all is quiet. Not a bad Thursday evening if you are going to be out and about. Tomorrow morning we start out low to mid 40s, a little sweater jacket, but then warmer into the afternoon, a high of 72, a few showers. Saturday mild, we talked about it. Sunday the showers early, breezy, much colder, and we've got the first alert up Monday for the widespread freeze and what could be a hard freeze, especially north of the interstates. Another light freeze possible Tuesday morning, and then check it out, we're quickly back into the 70s by Wednesday and Thursday. Greg.
All right, thank you, Steve.